All right, I'm ready.
Ray, what was it like to have Ed Reed back on the field, working out in your defense?
Wow, I tell you, you go around the league and you hear about all the different teams missing a lot of pieces and here, there, and the importance of them. But to get a guy like Ed back is probably for us right now, probably one of the biggest things we can have for this team. And not just him. Brendan Abadejio is coming back and things. So as a complete team, we're getting totally healthy, and that's a very exciting thing. But to have Ed back is just a huge bonus.
Did you get the feeling he was really getting antsy, watching from the sidelines, being sort of a coach?
Yeah, you can tell Ed was getting antsy just about how much of coaching he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Ed don't usually get all into that. Ed kind of stays to himself. But when you see him on the sideline, even at practice, man, he's running around and making sure all the calls are correct, making sure the DBs are seeing this, seeing that in meetings, and you just hear his enthusiasm of really wanting to get back to the field. And anytime you can get a player like that, who I arguably say is probably the best defensive player in this game, that's a bonus. That's a good thing.
Can you express what it's like to be the guy on the sidelines? That's happened to you a couple times in your career.
It ain't good. It ain't a good feeling at all. I mean, you go through your pains, your bumps and bruises, your surgeries, whatever. And when you get through them, you try to get them as fast as possible. But the hardest thing to do is to be a complete competitor, like me or Ed is, and have to sit over there and go through that, and knowing that there's nothing you can do to get back on the field. And but I think he carried it well. He carried it well, and everybody who saw him, everything he was doing, all the players saw. Only thing they saw was him working, busting his behind, and I tell you, just to see that really inspired a lot of people.
Do you think having Ed Reed back there, that turnovers, you guys starting to create more, but having Ed Reed, do you think that's where he'll impact the game the most, is forcing teams to call off the ball?
Well, I just think just check his resume. His resume speaks for itself. He's a ball hawk in the back end of the field, and when he wants to go get something, he's going to go get it, and that takes our defense to a whole nother level. And so we understand it. He understands it, and I think that's what the excitement is. Definitely him being back. Sizzle's even messed with him about trying to catch a pick and walk through, and things like that. But I just think it's a nice energy, to really see him back out there, as somebody who's followed him for so long and do whatever I was supposed to do with him. It's a beautiful life to have Ed back.
What's your take on the NFL looking to now suspend players for hits? Is that something you're in favor of, or James Harrison say he's thinking about retiring now?
Hey man, there's so many people gonna have so many different opinions on it, and my opinion is play the game like the game's supposed to be played, and whatever happens, happens. You can't, if you go into the game thinking about any of that stuff, man, I'm telling you, the game will be diluted very quickly, because you have people thinking about that, and you look at the James Harrison hit, you look at all these hits, whatever they may be, the bottom line is those are hits that you go into your defensive room, you're getting praised for, because that's the way the game of football is supposed to be played. So, like I said, many opinions will be voiced, but the bottom line is play the game the way the game's supposed to be played, and whatever happens, happens.